Kansas City Chiefs survive the Buffalo Bills and take down the AFC title for another year. This is just too many years in a row now, but there's something special about the Kansas City Chiefs, and there's something very special about the ability to beat Patrick Mahomes. Tony Romo said it perfectly on the broadcast. It truly takes a perfect game. You have to get every perfect bounce to go your way to beat a guy like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and that is a very, very hard thing to do. Let's back up and look at the game. I missed a little bit of the first half of this game because I live here in Philly. I had to go outside. I had to check out the chaos. I had to. I did. I went. I got back home safely. I watched the end of the game. I said in my prediction video for this game that the Bills had to be able to run the ball, and that was the story every single year. They need to run the ball. They need to run the ball. Can they run the ball? And they never just attempt to run the ball. And I felt like from the stats of the first half, this team couldn't run the ball, and they were down at the end of the half. So I think that has a little bit of a tell to this, and ultimately they couldn't get the 1 yard they needed running the football, right? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, they should have. They got it. I thought it was short live. I thought even on the replay it looked short to me. I thought I would have called it short. So I don't necessarily think that was a bad call. It's a tough call. And John Gruden said it perfectly in the postgame for Barstool. He said you can never expect the refs there to give you that spot that's very, very close on the road in a playoff game like that, especially against a team like Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. It's just not feasible, and I think that just comes with having the home field advantage. I have to say, this Chiefs team is better. This Chiefs team is better than they were last year. Okay, I think that's a fact. And when I look at it from a defensive standpoint, I think this defense is performing better than they were last year. Just as a unit collectively, they're performing better. I think they have more chemistry. Spagnuolo has his defense tuned perfectly. And offense, I think it's very, very shown here today that this team has better wide receivers than they did last year. This team's wide receiver core last year was horrible. It was horrendous. This team has a better wide receiver core. I think some of these receivers were shocked with how good some of these balls were to them that they couldn't even perform in the moment. Like Hollywood Brown dropped an easy sideline catch because I think he was even shocked the ball was in his lap. I think he was shocked. And ultimately, it's just Patrick Mahomes, man. And I think everyone's going to say the refs, it's rigged. I don't know. From the second half of what I watched, I thought the refs called it pretty even. They were going to give the Bills that pass interference and the Matt Collins touchdown. I don't know how in the hell that was pass interference on the replay. The defender barely even touched Matt Collins. That's why he was able to catch the pass and score the touchdown. They would have given them the ball at the 1 yard line. I didn't think that was needed at all. I think they were trying to help the Buffalo Bills a little bit at times. And that all didn't matter. And I really think no matter what you think as a Bills fan, you had the ball and a chance to go down the field and win the game. That's what you wanted all those years ago when you lost the coin flip. You wanted a chance to have the ball. You had the chance to have the ball and score the winning touchdown to win the game. And ultimately, you couldn't concede. Ultimately, you relied on Josh Allen just heaving it up because Spagnuolo has the defense tuned perfectly and put in a perfect blitz, corner blitz there. Dalton Kincaid just threw the hands again. That's just one of those plays that you have to have all the perfect bounces to beat a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. Can the Eagles do it is the question. I think the Eagles can run the ball, and I don't think they're going to abandon to run the ball like the Bills did. And the Bills, they just abandoned the run in the first half, and I think they tried to run the ball in the second half, and it just simply was too late. Now, the Eagles have a guy in Saquon Barkley, and I think Spagnuolo can scheme up a defense where he can contain Saquon Barkley, and I think Saquon Barkley has to be huge, and if he goes out there and is huge, he might be one of the best stories in Philly sports history. But we're going to hear this a lot in this weekend coming, is we're tired of seeing the Chiefs. The Chiefs keep getting here, and Nate Burleson said it perfectly in the postgame. Let's stop saying that and just witness history, because I think there's a chance if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, he's going to win more. I think there's a chance we might be seeing one of the greatest athletes ever, right? One of the greatest professional sports players ever. The Chiefs might do something that no team has ever done since they said it the 2000 Lakers or the 90s Yankees. Like, that's how dominant of a run we might be seeing here with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think we all should take a step back and just enjoy it. Ultimately, this was the best scenario for me. Okay, I win no matter what. like 15 units on the Eagles. I win 11.7 units on the Chiefs. It's a great run here for me. But that's besides the point. I just can't see this Chiefs team losing in the Super Bowl. I said it last year when they won the Super Bowl. I was like, it's over. They're going to win next year because they're going to be better next year, I said. And they are better this year. I just don't think they performed at the peak yet. And I think we saw closer to that peak this week. And I think we're going to see it even better next week. I don't care that Travis Kelce isn't himself. They have other ways to win football games. Ultimately, my name is Josh Russell. If you like sports, you like NFL, you like Super Bowl, you want Super Bowl coverage, you want sports betting stuff, click the subscribe button. WWE, UFC, click the subscribe button. We're so close to 200 subscribers. We're at 199 at the making of this video, so hopefully we get there when I wake up in the morning. But my name is Josh Russell. Please hit the subscribe button. Should be a little icon right here. Watch these videos that YouTube recommends. It's probably my Eagles, Commanders